Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 123 of Brew Talk with Mr. Beer. My name is Robert Lewis. I will once again be your host for today's show. As always, like every week, we appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in and watch our weekly videos. Hopefully you're enjoying them and learning something. If you want to reference our videos in like a written form, so if you're looking for a specific part of a certain video and you don't want to try to scroll through it to find it, you can find them in the written form on our website, Mr.Beer.com. Just click on the blog button there, or just type in Mr.Beer.com/blog. In your search bar, it'll take you right to there. You can filter by the Brew Talk videos, or you can just, there's a search bar in the blog. You can just search your question, and you will most likely get an answer. We've done 123 videos, plus a number of other written blog posts, so it's pretty interesting. So today's topic is kind of based on some stuff I saw in the Facebook group and some new recipes we launched last week. So we launched last week a new recipe series that we dubbed our Advanced Brewing series, or Advanced Brewing Recipes. So I thought it'd be helpful to kind of break down how those are different from our traditional recipes that we've done in the past, and kind of what you can expect when you brew them and what additional things you might need. So the main difference between these particular 6 new recipes and all of our other recipes is that these do not use hop malt extract as a base. So if you know anything about Mr. Beer, like our refills are strictly hop malt extract. So that's malt extract that's been pre-hopped with hops. So all you gotta do is mix it into some water, put it in your fermenter, add your yeast, you're good to go. However, we've noticed that some people want to kind of be a little more challenged with their brewing process and brew a little more intricate brewing thing. So we thought we could introduce some other recipes that require a little more steps. So what these recipes use is, instead of using HME as the base, they use unhopped malt extract or DME. The main unhopped malt extract that we're using is the Cooper's unhopped malt extract. Most of you know that we're owned by Cooper's Brewery. We saw their 5-gallon brewing stuff. We have a 5-gallon brewing section on our website. We're using their unhopped malts in these recipes now, or we're also using DME, either their DME or our DME, and these recipes are also including, steeping grains, hops, yeast, all that traditional stuff you get when brewing recipes, but that base ingredient is unhopped malt extract, or DME, which is dried malt extract that is unhopped. Like I mentioned earlier, this is going to change up the brewing method, and mainly what's going to change up, you're going to do longer boils now, because there is no bitterness from the HMEs in there, so it's all unhopped malt. So any bitterness you want in your beer, if you're brewing a stout or one of the IPAs we did, like the Pliny the Elder clone, is that you need to get all your hops or your bitterness out of a hop boil. So it's going to require a little more work and a little more process. So the basic kind of process of how you brew these recipes is similar to other recipes, but slightly different. So the first step is, I think most of these include specialty grains. I think all of them do, actually. So what you're going to do is you're going to do your grain steep for 30 minutes at that 150, 155 range. It's going to get some of the colors out of those grains in there, some of the flavors, some of all those unique things those grains offer. And then from there, what you're going to do is add in either your DME or your UME and mix that up, and then bring that up to a boil, and then you're going to follow a hop schedule. Hop schedule is basically adding hops at different times during the boil. So I think the shortest one is a 30-minute boil, I want to say. That's either with the dark ale or with the lager, it's the pills. Or the pills is going to have the shorter boils, but longer ones like the IPA, not the New England one, but the other IPA, it's going to have longer, like 60-minute boils. So what you're going to do is you're going to add, an ounce of hops at the hour mark, and that's going to boil for 60 minutes. Then, 15 minutes into your boil, you're going to add another set of hops, and like another 15 or 30 minutes, you're going to add another set of hops. Then you add some at flame out when you shut it off from heat and all that stuff. So it's not really that much different, but it's longer boils, a little more hop scheduling, a little more timing of your brew day, because it's going to take a little longer to brew. Think you're steeping for 30 minutes and doing a 60-minute hot boil, that's an hour and a half of your brew day in there, but it is a little more intricate in brewing. It's kind of the next step up from brewing with hopped malt extract, is going to dried malt extract and unhopped malt extract. So other than that, like I said, the brewing process is very similar. You're still going to sanitize the same, add the cold water to your wort, or you add your cold water to your fermenter. You're going to, once you're done with your boils, you're going to dump all that in like you normally do. I think the only other thing that you would need would probably be a larger pot. So depending on the recipe, it's at least a 1 gallon pot. I know some of like one of the DME recipes recommends a 2 gallon pot just so you have that extra space, because if you brew with DME, you know that foam can be quite the disaster. But yeah, like I said, it's a little more traditional way of brewing. It's for those looking to move beyond hop malt extract but don't want to get an all grain brewing. It's a good middle ground there. You can experiment with a lot more different things, try a lot more different brews, test your brewing methods, but not have to invest in all that equipment that you need from brewing for all grain. So yeah, if you're filling up, to give these a try, I highly recommend it. They're great beers. I would suggest also keep an eye out for more in the future. We plan to launch more in September as well, expanding this category. If you guys really enjoy these recipes or like this kind of new advanced brewing recipes that we're coming out with, just let us know in the comments in the video. If you ever want to see some all grain recipes as well, just let us know. That's something that we're also looking at down the road, introducing kind of some 2 gallon all grain. It is a little more equipment involved, so you'd have to obviously get that out of pocket, but I think it's something that some of our brewers would like to be challenged with. So I think that's something that we are considering. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying these or have interest in these recipes, let us know. We're going to keep them coming out. Hopefully we're planning to at least double that 6 recipes, at least 12 to 15 by the end of September. So just keep an eye on the website, keep an eye on your emails. When those were released, we won't do a big recipe release like we do with these ones. We're just going to start putting them up, and they're going to kind of just roll into our regular workflow. So it's going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like or a comment. I would really appreciate that, and share it where you can. If you want to learn more about Mr. Beer or brewing with Mr. Beer, join our Facebook group, Mr. Beer's Brewing Society. Just find that by searching Mr. Beer's Brewing Society on Facebook. And make sure that you're following us on all of our social media platforms. We're just at Mr. Beer on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's going to wrap it up for this week. We have a long weekend that's coming up with Labor Day this coming Monday, so offices are closed on Monday. Possibly a big sale coming this weekend as well, so keep an eye on your inboxes Thursday morning, and I will talk to you guys next week. Cheers.